Hello, welcome to the Colourful Creativity podcast. My name is Caroline and this is episode 161. If you hear weird background noises, Binks is purring, the dishwasher is running and it is almost New Year's Eve. So people are already very happy with their fireworks and lighting things up already. I hate it, but I thought I'd record anyways. You can find me online everywhere as Aylene, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Ravelry, whatever there is, you can find me. I have a web shop, colourfulcreativity.nl. I have a Patreon where you can also find me as Aylene. Yeah, I think that's it. I have things to show you, things to tell you, but I think this is going to be a shorter episode. First up, I have finished objects. Multiple. Look at that. My advent socks. They are finished. I knit these for the Colourful Christmas sock knit along. And I've actually finished them and I wore them at Christmas. So, yay me. These are the red-nosed socks by Larissa. I forgot her last name, but Larry Knits on Instagram. And you can see very sparkly yarn. Also the white is sparkly and it's really soft yarn. It is a Knitpicks yarn, Stroll Glimmer, the red and the white one. There is a dark brown for the reindeer, a green one that's a Dutch Wool Diva leftover, the brown I'm not sure, and it has black eyes that is a leftover from something else. It was very nice color work. It was sometimes even 3 colors at the same time color work, and it was actually okay. So first time, and they also fit, even though color work is not my favorite. So I'm very happy with these. I knit them on 2.5mm needles and I knit them in about 18 days. So I was done even far enough before Christmas that I would have had time to weave in the ends, but I didn't, so I wove them in on Christmas morning. Because weaving in ends, who has time for that? But they are done. I have another pair of Christmas socks, so yay me. I think Binks needs a hand. My second finished object is this pair of socks. These are the Vanilla Bean Striped Socks by Emily O'Grady. And the yarn I used is Knitpicks Felici in the Pinata colorway. I only did the patterning on the leg, not on the foot, because I wanted some plain vanilla foots. Something easy to knit. 2.5mm needles. Very fairly simple knit. Not much to tell you about it. Just a slip one, knit one when you have a color change. And that's just it for these socks. They're done. They're mine, and yay. Another whip off my list. And here is the third finished object. These are the Skippy Stripe socks for Robert, my husband. And yeah, I did the whole patterning all the way down to the toe. The Skippy Stripes are by Annette Schleicher of the Nerd Knits on Instagram. I did make a tiny mistake. I had calculated that I would have the pattern mirrored, but apparently I did something very wrong because they are exactly the same, which is also fine. I mean, at least it's not on a weird place. The plan was just to mirror them, and I didn't. The yarn I used is a Opal sock yarn. I think the colorway name was Tom der Bade, which probably has been in my stash for 8 years or so. So yeah, finally used it. Everything green, bluish, aqua is usually Robert's socks. Those are the finished objects for knitting. I am down to 20 works in progress now, and one of them is a blanket, so that doesn't count, so I'm at 19. Not counting spinning whips, totally separate from my knitting. But yeah, my spinning finish object is this one. I have seriously just finished it. This is one of the minis or the fiber bits that I had in my advent calendar from Wollrheinheit. I can pop in a photo here of the full calendar. It was really, really pretty, but somehow this blue kind of stuck out from the rest for me. If you see me looking like that, that is because Robert might come home and he doesn't know I'm filming. But we'll see what happens. So far, no Robert. But I thought this one was sticking out a bit as for the color, so I had to spin some yarn on a prototype bobbin that Robert made me. And I picked that one because I was like, oh, that's easy. I'll just have something to spin. I can try out the polwarth, how it feels for me, and then how thin I want it, etc. So here is the bobbin, and it's a really, really nice bobbin. Let me see. It has thread, so you can actually store it like this instead of having to store it big. It screws on tight, and oh wait, it has ball bearings in it, which makes it so quiet. The spinning is so smooth. Yeah, it's just really nice. This is the prototype, and this is what we ended with. Robert did things with the thread so it would be better, and also here there's a tiny little notch on it now, which is really helpful if you have a Bliss. These are bobbins for Bliss wheels. Might also work on a Luette, but yeah, we made it for my Bliss. But if you have a Lazy Kate like the Bliss on the side, and it is all flush like this, it has a lot of tension against the wood when you use it as a Lazy Kate. For storage it's fine, you don't want to have them rotate then, but for the Lazy Kate I needed that little bit. So yeah, I finished the first little bit of the advent calendar. The rest will have to wait, because what I did is take my World of Wool advent calendar from last year, and I'm gonna use that for spinning samples on prototypes, because that's all different fiber and can all be separated and whatever, whereas the advent calendar from this year, I want all the fiber in one big project, if that makes sense. So it has to be spun up all at the same what's it called for spinning, weight, the same yarn weight in the end, etc. So yeah, this is also finished. Very good. Then on Christmas Eve, or the day of Christmas Eve, I know Christmas Eve means the whole day, but still Christmas Eve here is just the evening. So the 24th, I managed to go through all my scrap yarn and leftovers and mini skeins. I have now sorted them for color, because for my blanket, let me grab it, I can show you. I am planning to do rainbow themed things. You know my Stitch in Time blanket, like there's the yellow square, And there's the green square, and my stash was sorted by, this is scratchy sock yarn, this is soft sock yarn, this is my own hand-dyed yarn. So it was a big mess and I couldn't find anything if I needed it. And if I would need a contrasting yarn for some socks or something, I would have to go through all the boxes of yarn. So I sorted it out by color. And I will pop in a photo of that as well. All little boxes or bigger boxes with scraps in a color theme. Like if they have speckles in one color, they could be added to that box. If they have multiple colors of speckles, I would just toss them in one of the boxes I thought was nice. There's a rainbow yarn thing as well. And here I have the Christmas and reds. So I am working on my blanket at the moment. And this is how far I am with the new square. As you can see, very Christmas themed. These two are Advent calendars 2020. These two, I think, are Advent calendars 2016 and 2017. These are my Christmas socks. This is the striping yarn from West Yorkshire Spinners, the signature 4-ply. Is it Candy Cane? I'm not sure if that was the name of this one. I plan to do the next square as well with this yarn, but then it will be green instead of red. Here I have another Christmas yarn. I think this one's also from 2020 Advent calendar. So yeah, this is my work in progress at the moment. That's just it. I finished all my whips and I'm not sure what the next one will be. So I'm still pondering which whip I will take out. I did not do, well, okay. I did do a Christmas Eve cast on. It was my spinning of this mini, but I didn't do a knitting cast on because I was still working on Robert's socks. I've only finished them 2 days ago. And I really, really wanted them finished this year. So I managed, hey ho. I have the yarn wound for a pair of Christmas socks for myself, which would have been my Christmas Eve cast on, but I just couldn't bring myself to it. I also have the yarn wound for a hat, but also still haven't gotten around to it to cast on. It's just the casting on, the counting stitches, the reading the pattern, and I'm just not feeling it. So I'm taking whips out and I hope one will click and do it for me. I am running low on sock whips, but that's okay. Let me see, what else is on here? Not much, just what I have in my hands. And those are my acquisitions. Here you go. This is a cute little pouch that was in my Advent calendar from the Navy Knitter, the lovely Leontine. And in the pouch is something a lovely viewer sent to me. I haven't asked if it was okay to call your name, so I'm not gonna, but you know who you are. Because you're enjoying my vlogs. So thank you very, very much for this very kind and thoughtful gift. I really love it. First up is this wonderful pin, a rainbow sock pin on the needles. Absolutely lovely. Then there is a stitch marker that I hope will show up. There you go. If it would focus, it would be nice. Not really. Let me take it out. Let's see if that works. It is really pretty. It is a little bird stitch marker. Come on. There you go. And I absolutely love it. I kept it in here and didn't use it yet, but it is going in the first project I need a stitch marker in. And there was also this gorgeous little tin from Sarah Miller London. And in here, very handy, let me take that little paper out so I can actually show it to you. Stitch markers and a darning needle. Super handy, super thoughtful, and really beautiful. So thank you very, very much. I really loved it. And it is living in this Notions bag, so I can throw it in any project bag that needs it. It was already in the new hat project bag, so there you go. Ready to be used in that hat. Yeah, cats are sleeping again. What was next? Not really much, except for a little shop news. I have put the new gift box, not really a gift box, well, you can make it a gift box, but it is the colorful rainbow box. It is now available in the shop, and yeah, there's a lot going in there. We have, of course, yarn. It's gonna be rainbow, bright, freaking whatever. I need color. I mean, it has been raining here for weeks. We have so much water everywhere. It is not okay. It's been too gray, too dark, short days. I need sunshine and rainbows. So please send me some. But I'm also gonna send you some because I'm gonna dye up a storm of rainbows. And what else is in the box? There's gonna be tea again. It is gonna be rainbow tea. It's a fruit tea and it's gonna be very exciting. There's gonna be a very special tea strainer in there as well. What else? Needle tip protectors, rainbow style. Stitch markers, rainbow style, a set of them. Was there more? Was there more? Let me check. I want to be very accurate with this because I have a lot of rainbow stuff for this box. Let me check. Did I have everything? Oh yeah, of course. The rainbow candles. I also have got some rainbow candles by my favorite local candle maker, Esther, and they will also go in the rainbow box. So that's it. There's two choices. You can have either one skein or two skeins of yarn, and yeah, it's in the shop, colourfulcreativity.nl. That is the big update I have done. I am not shipping until the New Year's, and the rainbow box will ship somewhere middle end of February, I think. Maybe sooner if I can dye the yarn sooner, but at the moment the studio is under construction because we're trying to get the wallpaper off. And then we are going to try and put tiles on the wall behind the sink and the dye pots, because the wallpaper is nicely splattered with paint. That's what happens when you dye yarn. And tiles just feel a bit better than just a bit of wallpaper. So yeah, that's what's going on here. Everything else is good. Robert is all okay. So not much personal talk here. And I think, like I said, this is going to be a shorter episode, but still I hope you liked it, and I hope you have a good end of the year, and I will see you again in 2024. Let me know if you're joining any big plans for 2024. I'm not really. I mean, I can only look at 2-3 months ahead. That's it. And at the moment it's just, let's look ahead for a day. I'm just too freaking tired to look further. So yeah, with that, I am gonna say goodbye and I hope to see you again soon. Bye bye.